offshore wind, solar. Dominion Energy is a leader in the clean energy transition. We're dedicated to providing reliable, affordable, safe, and clean energy as we support and invest in our communities in 16 states. Dominion Energy is building a clean energy future. Actions speak louder. In this segment, we are talking to Brooke Curran, who is the president and CEO of Running Brooke, an educational organization. Thanks so much for being here, Brooke.
You know, Peggy, I'm all thrilled to be here with you today, and we are appreciative that you invited us to talk about Running Brooke and talk about this great program that we're doing together.
Tell me what Running Brooke is.
Right. So Running Brooke is an award-winning 501c3 nonprofit, and we work to level the learning field for underserved kids within the city of Alexandria. So we work across all the schools, tens of thousands of students so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I came to know about Running Brooke through a grant that Dominion Energy gave to Running Brooke.
Right.
Tell me what the grant is doing and how is it helping you?
Well, we're so excited. Everyone is so excited about this because, what Running Brooke does is we sprinkle in movement throughout the day. And so this program with Dominion, it's one of the things that we're doing, and it's at a middle school close by where we are going to be building gardens outside, right? So the environmental impact, and then testing 3 different watering systems. A solar-powered rain barrel, or a solar energy, sun energy to water all the gardens.
Wow, that's great.
Then also a bike-powered watering garden. So the leg pedal energy, right?
So kids are going to be riding the bike.
Yeah.
To power the well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the traditional let's turn on the tap energy. So we're going to be testing the soil with Virginia Tech. We're going to be doing all this watering and collection that I was saying. We are going to be monitoring the which system is the better system and the better way to water? Which one works better for saving water? All of this. It's incredibly exciting.
The middle school students, and
middle school.
Is it Hammond?
It's going to be Hammond.
Hammond Middle School.
Yes.
They are going to be learning about soil.
Yes.
And all these different kinds of ways to grow plants.
And water their
plants.
Yeah.
And then getting some physical activity throughout.
Absolutely.
How fantastic. What a great
I
idea.
know. So it really is the sustainability piece and the environmental piece, but it's also STEM learning. So just in case if anybody doesn't know what STEM is, it's the student stuff where science, technology,
engineering, math.
Engineering, math. Thank you so much, Peggy, for connecting those dots for me, because this is student led, and so these aren't things you just buy off of Amazon. They're going to be helping us build and connect all these pieces.
Oh, this is so cool. So you're not going to
hands-on learning,
buy a project. They will build it. They will measure, decide how to. And building the gardens too.
Building the gardens as well. And so there's an elementary school not far away, and so there's a huge chance and opportunity to include them as well. Right. And then it'll be a good piece for mentorship for the older students and the younger students, and vice versa.
What a great impact it will have on children, because I think when kids are outside learning, they're going to remember it. They're going to be engaged. They're going to be happy.
They're going to be happy. I mean, this is called kinesthetic learning.
Yes.
I mean, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Is
they
to
learn by doing. That's
learn by doing.
Learning. That's me.
Yeah.
I have to do it to learn it.
I'm the same way.
I can't just watch it. I've got to do it.
Exactly. And it's meaningful to not only learn by doing, but that movement. Like I was saying, the bike energy, the building, the watering, the gardening, all of that. Yeah.
How fun. How did you come up with this?
So we have a vast network of teachers, and we talk and learn with them kind of what's needed in their schools. And, we were in a meeting and someone said, you know what, we really are looking to do something with this neglected garden, right?
Oh, wow.
Yes, and middle school students, they often get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The elementary school students, the high school students, everyone's thinking about them, the poor middle schoolers. And so we said, well,
and I tell you what,
we have an idea.
I think middle school is the critical time frame, where kids can either be engaged or fall behind.
Absolutely. And there are 1,500 middle school students that Dominion Energy is going to be helping next year.
Great. I'm so happy for that.
Yeah.
It's really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
And so how long has Running Brooke been around?
We've been around for 12 years now.
Wow.
I know.
What other kinds of projects have you been doing?
So traditionally, when we're in-person in schools, we are in classrooms, and we are working with teachers and doing professional developments with hands-on tools as ways to kind of sprinkle in movement throughout the academic learning day in tight, small spaces in classrooms and in hallways. So we're talking about, toolkits, we're talking about instructional pieces, movement hallways where, we build, there's this one we did last year where it's a hallway that is like Buzz Lightyear and, going through and learning about the planets and like hopping and skipping down the hallway. You have to go down the hallway anyway.
Wow.
So this is a great way to sprinkle in that extra movement.
So it's really about getting kids off their phones.
Off their phones.
Out of the chair.
Out of the chair. Yeah, it's like I said, it's proven science that the more you move, the better you feel, learn, and do.
Right.
Yeah, and the focus.
Do you have resources for parents to use this kind of methods too?
So that was one of the benefits during COVID times, was to be able to connect directly with parents. And so the toolkits that I was telling you about that we usually use with teachers, right? And these are kind of the when, where, how. There's a calendar with that you can continually. It's called a perpetual calendar with each day has 2 different movements, right? And so you just kind of with a Sharpie put your movement, or excuse me, the calendar days in. You do what it says, and in the morning and in the afternoon. And so those are some things. We have a fitness cube and some other great tools that we mailed out to. Couple thousand parents that asked us for them. Yeah.
I bet you've received some good feedback.
We have.
Yeah.
We have received some feedback, and just I think connecting the dots for everyone. It's like, you know what, especially stuck at home, I think it really came home for parents that what it's like to be seated all day long or to be trying to learn all day long without the flexibility of movement.
You got to get up and move, and it's nice that you have help in terms of you can go by all day and realize I never got up today.
Exactly.
I've been sitting here all day looking at my computer.
Exactly.
So to really help give them the cues, here it is, get your kids out, and also if parents can learn, then kids can learn from example.
It becomes a family thing. It becomes a tradition. This is just what we do.
Right. Everybody get out and move, huh?
Everyone get out and move.
What kind of studies have there been that have shown movement helps learning?
Right. If you go and just do a Google search,
it's all there.
Find it's all there. It's all there. We started our journey on this when we read Spark by Dr. John Rady. He's a Harvard scientist.
Okay.
And seriously, this is proven science. The more you move, the better your brain is ready, willing, and able to learn.
I didn't know any of this. I've got to do my research
I can give you a toolkit.
But I totally can see that.
Yes.
And how you do feel a lot more energized if people get up. My husband goes out and runs in the morning.
Yes.
Great time to run. But it also probably gets the cells and electrons, whatever, everything flowing, and causes you to be more alert.
Yes, you've heard sitting is the new smoking, right?
Oh, yes, I have heard that.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, and these are short bursts of movement. So I'm a big runner too. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, no, but Running Brooke, I figured you must be a runner, and you look like a runner, so you look fantastic.
It doesn't have to be running though. It can be anything. 15 seconds of anything. Just get up and move.
Oh, 15 seconds. So what is the key to 15 seconds?
Short.
Short.
Yeah,
here it
so
is.
That's what we say. There it is. Once an hour, 15 seconds, a couple minutes. Walk to work, walk to school.
Well, I noticed, everybody's counting their steps. I'm not. I mean, sometimes I go and look, how many miles did I bike or run today?
Right.
But sometimes I think we're too focused on that.
Yeah. And it becomes stressful.
It becomes
it's
stressful.
It's like count this, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. It becomes something that is a hassle, stressful.
And then you're on your phone.
And then I'm on my phone.
I might get distracted.
I can't do that. Of course you can do it.
Yeah.
Just get up.
Do
some jumping jacks.
Get up and
I should have
move.
brought you a fitness cube. We could have done it. We could have done
we
it
could
right
do
here.
Jumping jacks right
we
now.
Could. We totally could.
How are the kids? What has been? Tell me some stories about some of the kids that you've seen when you've been they've come up to you, or what when you're like, oh, this is why I'm doing it. This is why the kids are doing it.
I'm so glad you asked me that, because it's really the self-empowerment piece for students.
Right.
Because, and just a quick thing about me, I was always a student that was disruptive in class. It was sent to the principal's office.
What?
Because
sweet little you?
Sweet little me, with the nickname of Boingy and Mosquito when I was a kid. So trust me, I needed to be moving more. And I thought something was always wrong with me. Like, what's wrong with me, right? And it's really not what's wrong with me. It's understanding what some just small pieces of movement or some movement throughout the day can be. And I remember 2 years ago or so, we were in a school, and a little boy comes up to me and he says, you know what, this helps me understand what my body and my brain needs. And he talks about just things he does in the chair and just that empowerment, that power that you're giving students to realize that nothing's wrong with you. You just need to move your body some more. Right, you just need to be, and that just sparks the focus, which then connects the dots for learning.
We're involved with some outdoor classrooms where we go out and build them, and I think it's really wonderful to get outside and just change the atmosphere, right? Change the scenery helps a lot too, in addition to movement.
Yeah, absolutely. That whole outdoor thing and just the fresh air, the sunshine, the whole environment, being out.
Right, right. Well, it's really fantastic. And do you hope to expand to other schools?
Well, this is the first one.
Yes.
And I know when other schools see what happened, we're going to have a lot more interest to, people knocking on our door going, can you bring this to our school?
Can you bring it over here? Because
can we bring it over
these kids are really happy and doing great stuff and growing. Yeah. They're growing a garden and doing bike pedaling and everything else.
The principal over at Hammond gave us an hour of her time because she was so excited about this. We had, the STEM coordinator, we had the garden specialist coming through. Everyone is incredibly pumped. A couple of teachers, the contract maintenance person to kind of bring the facilities all together.
Right.
Totally stoked. Absolutely. Very excited, and I know other schools are going to be excited once they see it too and want it at their, and at their school.
Well, you'll have to come back on with some pictures and video, once it's up and running, because I'm so excited to come out and see it.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Brooke.
You bet. You bet. And I hope this inspires other schools and other people around the community and world to do this too. And if anyone has a question for me, feel free to reach out at info@runningbrook.org. You bet.
You got it. Info at RunningBrooke. Info at runningbrook.org. It's easy to remember. It's just hard for me to say, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, Brooke, thank you so much for coming in.
It was a pleasure.
Really appreciate it. It's nice to see some of the organizations that we're supporting and all the great work you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. And, the support of these two organizations is just a fraction of the company's overall support. So we really very much appreciate our organizations and all the great work they're doing for the environment. This is Actions Speak Now, and I'm Peggy Fox. Be safe.